Trevor here, and today I illustrate for you from the SCP Foundation Vaults Item Number SCP-3537 Object Class Euclid Special Containment Procedures SCP-3537 is to be contained in a standard humanoid containment cell in Hall 8 of Site 13. SCP-3537 is allowed access to paper and various writing materials after it changes its appearance. All documents written by SCP-3537 are to be stored in a file in Dr. Marai's office. In the case of a containment breach from SCP-3537 in which its current appearance is unknown, all exits are to be blocked off and personnel must take off any clothing articles that covers up their upper body. Once SCP-3537 has been identified, it is to be sedated and brought back to its containment cell. Description: SCP-3537 is a humanoid polymorphic being. SCP-3537 has shown to be incapable of controlling its transformations. These are usually described as painful depending on how drastic the changes from its previous alteration are. The shortest time elapsed between physical changes recorded has been 24 hours, while the longest time being 30 days. The only recorded aspects that persist between these conversions are SCP-3537's mental characteristics, such as memories, health, and personality, as well as a tattoo located on its back between the shoulder blades, which reads, Mr. Shapey, from Little Misters, a registered trademark by Dr. Wondertainment. All of SCP-3537's transformations take the appearance of non-anomalous human individuals. Some of the recorded changes have consisted of the gain and loss of fat and muscle mass, height ranging from 1.56 meters to 1.97 meters, ethnicity and skin color, hair color, gender, biological age, and overall DNA structure. Occasionally, SCP-357 will write down a description for possible anomalous abilities the transformation could have. Testing indicates that SCP-3537 does not obtain the anomalies written. For a list of some recorded transformations, see Addendum 3537-A. Shortly after containment, SCP-3537 changed appearance into an obese male of indeterminate descent. Pigmentation was present in the general area of the belly of SCP-3537. The pigmentation took the shape of sentences and reads as follows. Wow, you've just found yourself your very own Little Mister, a limited edition collection from Dr. Wondertainment. Always wanted a tall friend who could help you retrieve all those frisbees stuck on the roof of your house? Or maybe a smart friend that can help you with your homework so you can have more time to play? Well, you're in luck. Mr. Shapey can be that and so much more. Find them all and become Mr. Collector. Addendum 3537-A. The following are Researcher Harling's recordings of SCP-3537's transformations, accompanied with anomaly descriptions.
Date: July 12, 2016. Transformation Number 3537-26, or Mr. Knight. Description: Male of Peruvian descent, 1.8 meters tall, with a weight of 70.11 kilograms. Bald, between 30 and 40 years of age. Other notable features: SCP-3537 had pigmentation on its body resembling traditional indigenous body paint. These do not seem to play a part in SCP-3537's descriptions. Possible anomalies: While in the dark, the entity would have manifested bioluminescent spots on the skin. The spots would have acted as stars, and their position would shift to match the entity's current location. Date: November 6, 2016. Transformation Number 3537-89, or Miss Sandy. Description: Female of European descent, 1.63 meters tall, with a weight of 63.44 kilograms. Blonde hair, approximately 20 years of age. Other notable features. SCP-3537 presented signs of constant sun exposure, except for the general area of the torso. This untanned portion indicates the use of a one-piece swimming suit. Possible anomalies. Unspecified amounts of sand would manifest periodically in a small area around the entity. If a subject under 18 years of age were to interact with the manifested sand, any structures created, for example, sandcastles, would become indestructible, regardless of the pressure applied. Date: May 28, 2017. Transformation number 3537-433, or Mr. Zippers. Description: Male of unidentified descent, 1.73 meters tall, with a weight of 32.02 kilograms, approximately 50 years old. Other notable features. SCP-3537 presented light purple skin coloration with golden stripes in a seemingly random pattern across the body. Possible anomalies. The entity would consist of a sentient, hollow, humanoid cloth doll with various zippers around its body. These zippers could be opened into a pocket dimension. Items could be stored and retrieved from the inside of the entity.
Addendum 3537-B. The following is an interview which took place on April 19, 2018, between SCP-3537 and researcher Harling.
Good afternoon, SCP-3537. Today I would like to ask you some questions about these transformations of yours.
Sure thing, Doc.
Let's begin then. Why is it that you only come up with these descriptions of anomalous behaviors for certain transformations? Why not all of them?
Pretty easy. I just don't think all of them are that interesting, to be honest. Nothing really eye-catching. Nothing that would make a child go, "Mom, I want one of those. Can I get one, please?"
I'd say a polymorphic entity is eye-catching as it is. Do you feel unsatisfied with your anomalies in comparison to others from the collection?
Unsatisfied? I assure you, sir, that I am happy with the way I am, regardless of how I will ever look.
Then, what's the purpose behind the notes we've seen you write?
Brainstorming?
Brainstorming. For what?
Well, they used to be the idea pitches for possible little misters. If I came up with a good idea for a shift, then I would write it down for Dr. W to read, and if they liked it, they would make it a mister.
So, what you're saying is that you were the first one that came into existence?
Yes and no. You're right in that I was physically made first, but I was certainly the last one to get the tattoo. W made me to help in the creative process of mister making. Lost? Fish? Smiles? I used to be them before they were themselves. Well, I used to be most of them, since not all current misters were ideas from yours truly. Anyway, it wasn't until the list was 19 misters in that W decided that I should be the last.
Any particular reason behind that choice?
None as far as I know.
Could you elaborate on why you keep coming up with these descriptions despite not working for Dr. Wondertainment anymore?
I used to do it mostly to pass time. You know, like a hobby. It wasn't until recently that I felt like I needed to do them as if I was working again. Either way, since you guys own me now, I might as well pitch my ideas to you all, since everybody here seems to be interested in how wacky I can look at times.
Footnotes. Number 1. How SCP-3537 obtains this additional matter along with how it disposes of it is still currently unknown. Number 2. There are recorded cases where transformations include various skin pigmentations. These pigmentations usually resemble tattoos and/or cosmetics. Number 3. There are cases where transformations have unnatural hair colors. Said hair shows no evidence of having been dyed. That concludes the file for SCP-3537. I hope you've enjoyed this illustration and narration. You can visit the description below for all the SCPs I've covered that relate to SCP-3537. If you have an SCP or a short story that you'd like to see narrated and illustrated, Let me know in the comments. You can find me streaming live on Twitch and posting more art to my Instagram and Twitter. Links are below. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.